Hello and welcome to the introductory video for setting up a course in Moodle Rooms. As most of you know, North Country has moved to a new learning management system called Moodle Rooms, which is a division of Blackboard. This first video is focused on orienting you to the Moodle Rooms site and setting up some of the basic course design features. There are two sites that we'll be using within Moodle Rooms, the Sandbox and the live course site. Sandbox is a practice area in which you can set up your course and play with some of the features that are available in Moodle Rooms. Once you get your course set up and designed the way you'd like it, we can take whatever you've created in the Sandbox and move it to the live course site. This is the home page for the Sandbox, and it looks very similar to the home page for the live site. You can confirm which site you're on by just checking up here in the address line, and you'll see Sandbox here, or if you're in the live site, it will say sunyncccc.mrooms.net. So we'll go over here and click on the course we're going to use for our setup. This is what the course homepage looks like, and this is an empty course shell. So you'll see these very generic names for the topics for now. We will address those in just a moment. Show you a couple of key buttons and features on the home page. This menu button, if you click on that, you get a snapshot of all the courses you are signed up to teach or to take. And if you scroll down, you'll see this page also has some alerts. These might be emails that you've sent or that your students have sent, some items that may need grading, and some deadlines that are coming up. You may also log out using this page. So we'll go back to our home page. Over here is a navigation tool called the breadcrumb trail that allows you to move to different areas within the course or within the website. Over here is a turn editing on button, and that will be very important if you want to change anything within your course. You'll need to turn that on. And as you can see, we've already been given some additional features once we turn our editing button on. The other very important button that you will use for almost every adjustment you make in your course is the admin button. In the Sandbox, this admin button is striped. In the live site, it is green and labeled admin, and so you click on that, and as you can see, we have a turn editing off button, and this would say turn editing on in the case of your editing being off. Edit settings, which is where we'll focus this video, and then additional important places under the admin button is all of the features that you might want to adjust for the course. So you might go to reports, the gradebook, the Joule grader, or you can also go here to switch role to. If you want to see what your students see, click on that and you'll get the student view, and then you can go back to admin and return to your normal role to go back to the role of teacher. Also under this admin button is my profile settings, and you can adjust your profile as you'd like as well. Click out of that for a moment. Notice when I went to student view that the turn editing on button was turned off, and so we'll just click that back to turn editing on. And now we'll focus on customizing the topics area and setting up course features. So we'll go to the admin button and go to edit settings. And on this page, you'll see the title of your course and then your course code with the semester and the year, a course short name, which will be the semester, year, and course code. Down here, you can check to be sure that your course is visible. Here is the course start date, and I'll come back to that in just a moment, and then the course ID number. This section allows you to add a description or a course summary. Some instructors choose to use the catalog description. You can do that, or you might create a more detailed summary if you'd prefer. And the spot we're going to focus on for this video is the course format area. So as I mentioned before, this defaults to the folder view format. Click on the down button, you can see 5 options for the format setup. I'm going to focus on the most popular 3. The current is the folder view format, and then we also have the option for topics or a weekly format. So we'll stay with folder view format for just a moment. The program defaults to 5 as the number of topics, but most instructors need more than that, so we'll move that to 13. Save those changes, and you can see Moodle Rooms has adjusted the topics to 13, which is what we've asked for. And then there's an additional section called Topic List that appears above all of your topics. So you may want to change these generic titles, and we can start with Topic List, and the way you do that is scroll down and go to Edit Summary, and you'll see that this Use Default Section name is clicked. So the topic list is the default name. We'll unclick that, and we may want to call this Introductory Tasks. So in that, we may want to have our students read and print out the syllabus, print out the course schedule. We might have them read and sign the academic honesty statement and read the student guidebook to Moodle Rooms. And so save those changes. Be sure to save changes on every page. And now we've changed our generic topic list name to Introductory Tasks, and then we've added some clear instructions for the student. So, and we might add the syllabus and the course schedule right into this section called Introductory Tasks. The next video, Adding Course Content, will show you how to add content into each of these sections. So you'll see here that each of these topics, once you add information and these folders are expanded, all the course information would be contained within this area. So let's say that we wanted to add some more specific information to topic 1. We would also go to Edit Summary, and I may want to change the title of that section and folder to Introduction to Literature, and then provide a summary of some of the activities for the week. I might have them define literature. I might have them read chapter 1 in our first book. Say, since it's a modern world literature course, we might call it Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. And then you would save changes here. And you can see now we've added some content, we've changed our title, and then as we add documents, they would appear in this folder. A couple of other features within each section. Over here, you can further edit the settings. That is another way to go to the Edit Summaries page. You can mark this as the current topic area, and you can also hide or show each section or each week. Let's say you didn't want to show topics 4 through 13 until you had moved to that point in the course. You can use this little eye icon to hide and show your topics. So we'll go back to the admin button and look at the other setup options. The second option we'll look at under course format is the topics format. We'll keep the number 13 for now, and again we will save changes. And if we scroll down, notice it kept the information we added. And the only difference between the topic format and the folder format is if you use the topic format, there are no folders to expand and collapse. So all the information would be right here in each section, and there would be no folder for the students. So we'll scroll back up, and we'll look at the last feature under Edit Settings, which is the weekly format under Course Format. And we'll click Weekly Format. For a full semester course, we would want to have 16 weeks. And so again, we save our changes. And notice that this setup looks quite different from the folder and the topic setup. And so Moodle Rooms has automatically set each week up according to the course start date and the number of weeks that we've requested, with the exception of the Introduction to Literature section. Remember, we changed the title of that section when we were using the folder view format. And so since I've decided to change to a weekly format, I can change that back by clicking on Edit Summary. And instead of Introduction to Literature, we will click on the Use Default Section Name, save our changes, and if we look up here, you can see it kept introductory tasks, but now each week is identified by the date as opposed to a specific title. Go back to Edit Settings for just a moment. And I just want to call your attention to the course start date. Our fall semester starts on September 1st, however, that's a Tuesday. And so in this case, I've set the course start date to August 31st so that each of the weeks after that start on the Monday and not the Tuesday. If we had set this up as September 1st, each of the weeks on our home page would then begin on Tuesday instead of Monday. And so that's the reason that the course start date is August 31st instead of September 1st. One last area that we will look at under course format is, under Edit Settings, is the Files and Upload. The program defaults to 50 megabytes as the upload limit. Some of you who are using large PowerPoints or other large documents may need to adjust this upload limit, and so you can set it to 100 or 500 megabytes if that's the case. And so save those changes if you needed to make them, and then that brings us back to the course homepage. That's the end of the basic course setup video. The next video in the series is adding course content, and that is where you will learn how to add activities and resources into each section of the course. I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you.